What we do here is go back.
Hello there everybody. How the devil are we all? I'm very well and very late. Thank you for asking. How's everything going? Are we well? Apologies, my mouse has decided to be an annoying cunt. On top of everything. Hello there, Some Random Geek. Everyone go and follow Some Random Geek. It is a thing I am not just asking you to do, I am demanding that you do, and have literally no way of enforcing that will whatsoever. I can't make you do it, but yeah. Kev Sargon is a strange-looking lad. He is indeed. He is indubitably. But we're not here to talk about him tonight. Or any night, really. You know. Stop killing that hippo. No. I saw the hippo being murderized, and so do you. You have to see it too. Thank you, Monkey Nuts, for subscribing with Prime. Much love to you. A brand new subscriber, always welcome. Just like the long-term subscribers are. But the thing is, with a new subscriber, you've got an excuse, right? You don't necessarily know what you're doing. Like it's like when a young kid does something wrong, and you're like, but they're a kid. They don't necessarily they don't fully understand the ramifications of what they're doing. So with a fresh subscriber, you're like, they don't even realise that they're necessarily wasting their $5. And it's Jeff Bezos' $5 as well that they're wasting. And that man needs it more than I do, because he is a genius who is not destroying the planet at all. The tech bros are going to save us and take us to Mars. Honest. That's definitely going to happen. And not that their weird obsession with AI is going to lead to the heat death of Earth. No, not at all. Not in the slightest. Anyone saying that is probably a communist and gay. The best kind of thing. Anyway. If, like Monkey Nuts, you want to piss your money away, you can do so in the various forms. You can hit the follow button. You can subscribe. You can subscribe with Amazon Prime. You can give subs to the Munity.
I'll repeat what I just said there. You can gift subs to the Munity. English is the one language that I speak, and I can't even fucking do that right. In many respects, my lack of use of English in any kind of correct manner is both an indictment of the country and a very good composite image of the ignorance, superstition, pig-headedness of the entire nation. No one speaks English worse than the English, I can assure you. Foreign people, as a matter of course, speak several languages in many cases, and they speak English fucking perfectly. And yet the English will laugh at them for doing so in a slightly weird accent, while stringing sounds together which could not realistically be described as English.
You can give subs to the community. You can do bits messages. 200 bits or more will get you a text-to-speech. You can do super chats by the Streamlabs link below. $2 or more there gets you a text-to-speech. You can help me out on Patreon and or PayPal. I've got Discord, Blue Sky, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. These are things. If you're on the YouTubes, hell the fuck oh to the YouTuberinos. Yes, you can become a member for as little as 99 pence. And indeed as much as 99 pence. That is the option you have. You can piss away a small amount of money, or you can give subs to the community in whatever amount you like, and piss away more money. If you wanted to. It's an option. You can do super chats as well, which I will read out, especially if they're phenomenally offensive. Because the thing is, I'll read it out and tear into you. Like, if you say some racist shit, like, I won't necessarily use the verbiage, but I'll take your money and give it to like a charity of your hatred, maybe, I don't know, and I will absolutely fuck you up, linguistically, of course. And as you just saw, my linguistic standards are so high. I'm very much like a kind of verbal ninja, in the you don't know that I'm there, but I will kill you. Fuck's sake. Anyway, it is cheaper than a can of Red Stripe, that is true. Oh, you're a No Justice regular. Oh, okay. Well, welcome in. Well, actually, yeah, you've got no fucking excuse then. Actually, no, Monkey Nuts. If you've decided to give me money over a good streamer, or indeed a great streamer like No Justice, that's on you. You did this. I hope you're fucking proud of yourself. Yeah, Asmongold got banned for his weird racist tirade. Can we get some lols in chat, I guess? I didn't feel like I really needed to even cover that, just because everyone else did such a great job of it. I saw lots of other stuff from people, and I was like, well, he's been fucked over. Cool, okay. Not fucked over as in, like, unfairly treated, but, like, he's been quite rightly raked off over the coals, right? For saying an abominably racist thing. For once, Twitch took action and have banned at least one of his accounts. I don't know what the fuck's... Like, I don't know if he has others. Maybe he does. He probably has burners, doesn't he? And he'll probably just go to kick. And that's when the real racism starts. Like, literally, did you see? Oh, God. The guy who waited out the storm on a boat in Florida
the guy they were calling Lieutenant Dan because he looks like the Gary Sinise character from what you call it? Not Saving Private Ryan. That's a different Tom Hanks film. The fucking Forrest Gump. Jesus, he only won all of the Oscars ever, Kev. Anyway, yeah, he was offered like a $1 million deal by Kick, which is like basically a mixture of like a Nazi site being funded by gambling. That's it. Basically, it's a gambling site based in St. Lucia or somewhere like that, some tax haven place that funds a Nazi shithole site that shows kid porn and stuff. Yay! Anyway, he was offered this deal, went on there, and people doing jokes like, now he's on Twitch. Oh, sorry, now he's on Kick. Like, you watch how he starts hating on Jews or whatever. And literally one of the first things he did on a stream was start using the N-word. Should point out that this is a white man. This is not Black Lieutenant Dan. Or Lieutenant, as it should be, really. Americans don't know how to pronounce things, do they? Hello there, Vermilion Mage. Lovely name. Welcome to the Kevolution. People were claiming he was a nonce, but he wasn't. It was a guy with a similar name who was in jail for like 120 years. God. Apparently he's been suspended from Twitch for 14 days according to a source with knowledge of the situation. Oh, okay, so he gets to go on a fortnight's holiday then. Brilliant. And then come back to post more racist shit from the shit heap he lives in. That's the only thing I even really know about this guy. Like, I genuinely don't know how he became big. He's not particularly entertaining or knowledgeable, and he literally lives in a pigsty. I was introduced to him, the first thing I ever really even knew about him. Someone sent me that fucking clip of them going around the house cleaning up these shit, and he's like, he literally lives in a tip. He lives in a fucking garbage pile. Like, it's appalling. I won't show you again, but there's literally like dead animals and stuff, like, in his fucking house. And like, he doesn't have like a sink that he uses. It's just full of like old plates from years ago. He lives in the grossest place I've ever seen a human being live. Yeah. He's mentally ill. I'm sure he is, yeah. That doesn't mean you get to be fucking racist, though. You know. Is he a hoarder? I don't even think he's a hoarder. I think he's just a dirty bastard, frankly. Because, like, he has the money. This is the thing, right? He has the money to be able to get cleaners in. Like, he is a phenomenally wealthy man, really, relatively speaking. He's not like a billionaire, but, like, he's literally got enough money that he could have a cleaner come in for a few hours a week to just, like, keep on top of things. Like, I'm a messy bastard, don't get me wrong, right? My house is messy, but it's fucking clean. Like, I might have some papers, like, strewn on the floor. Like, if I get a newspaper, like a big broadsheet newspaper or something, I'll put the different segments on the floor and just leave it there. Rory Katz used to like lying on them. And then trying to get him from underneath him was delightful. Anyway, but like, after I'm done with the paper, I pick it up and I fucking put it in the recycling. I don't just leave it there to rot forever. It's mad. Anyway, so like, a person like that is never going to be super, super tidy unless they like find Jesus or something. I don't know. And I don't mean they find a guy called Jesus, who's just like a Mexican guy who's living in one of the tips that counts as the rooms of his house. I don't mean that. I mean, like, unless he has like a massive reversal in his life in some way, some big fucking change. So he's never going to be tidy, but he has the money. Oh, sorry, he's never going to be tidy, but he has the money to pay someone to clean. Why are you buying broadsheets in 2024? Actually, to be fair, that was a bad example. Because, like, that was from a couple of years ago, the last time I even bought a fucking broadsheet. Actually, I haven't even bought a paper in years, to be honest. You can get all of it online. All of the content is there, clickable and free. Do you like Dublin? I love Dublin. Dublin's a lovely place. Very expensive, but a lovely, lovely place. I've been through Dublin many times. I haven't really stayed in Dublin for many days, but like you get the ferry over from Holyhead, and then we drive to where my family live. My dad's side of the family is from Kilkenny, and yeah, Dublin's lovely. Anyway, that's the point. I occasionally buy Private Eye magazine. Well, that's a magazine. I think that's different. You can't get Private Eye for free online, can you? At least not legally. And of course, we are scrupulous on this channel about always following copyright law. Always. Did you watch Asmongold cooking steak? That's exactly the video. Yeah, someone sent me that video of him like cooking. Oh God, I don't know how you can exist in that place, let alone eat there. Like he's going, yeah, actually, Rohack, I was literally about to do the joke, but you typed it there. He goes on about having superior and inferior culture. The only culture he knows is the fucking spores of, I don't even know at this point what it is. Mold mixed with anthrax that passes for his fucking house. I don't know. Anyway. Now, there's one main bit of slop we're going to deal with tonight. And it is, it's a doozy. We've got Des Tiny, who took some time out from celebrating the mass murder of Palestinians to argue in favour of electing Kamala Harris over Donald Trump with Owen Shroyer, who you may remember as the guy who got sacked from InfoWars for being a creep and like sexually harassing co-workers. Like, when you're too much of a creep for Alex Jones, that's the red flag. Anyway, yeah, he also possibly doesn't believe in dinosaurs. Yeah, he's one of those right-wingers. Anyway, it gets pretty spicy. The point being, we're gonna deal with that, okay? Trust me, we are going to deal with that, and it's a long one. Giggity. That is not what I meant to do. That get to fuck. Go on your way. Right. Now. So we're gonna deal with this in just a short period of time. But there was a fun thing that happened on Twitter. Yes, even on Twitter, occasionally some cool things still happen. Because there are some normal people who exist in the nation, and indeed the world. And some of them still occasionally use Twitter. And it comes from this particular nonsense that was out there today. From Visit North Yorkshire, which is obviously the tourist information advertising company board thing for North Yorkshire, which is a part of Northern England. And they put out this image, right? And it's a lovely traditional looking image of red phone box. Phone boxes aren't really a thing anymore. The higgledy-piggledy walls, lots of moors and fields and shit. Yeah, it's traditional England. Love it. And they put out, show me a more British scene. No. Actually, I don't think this is AI. I think this is legitimately a picture of a place in North Yorkshire. I know it seems like too idyllic or some shit, but I'm pretty sure it's not AI. Unless you can point to me specifically what you think is AI about it, I think this is just a picture of a place that exists. I think so. Yeah, the shit weather is very British, to be fair. Nowadays, phone boxes smell like piss and don't have phones. Yeah, well, they always smell like piss, to be fair. The buildings look fake. Do they? Can we zoom in? I don't think we can zoom in. Hang on, let me... No, honestly, I genuinely think that's real. What would be the point of doing an AI on this? Like, they're in North Yorkshire. There are definitely places in North Yorkshire that look exactly like this.
it would be pointless to do an AI of this scene when this scene literally just exists around the corner from where these people live. Honestly, I think this is real. I'm just going to go with this being real. Anyway, not that it matters. Put on your peepers, you old fart. Suck my dick out of my fart. Yeah, yeah, fuck it. I said it. Anyway, the point being, they put out this, show me a more British scene. Now, this is obviously a very traditional scene. And Britain is a place that is full of sarcastic pricks. You're literally watching one right now. And indeed, you can fund one for $5 a month. Or 99 pence on YouTube. Whatever. Anyway, the point being, traditional scene. So, the sarcastic pricks of Britain decided, that's not the Britain that I live in. So they decided to show some British scenes, and honestly, I had a fucking riot this afternoon going through all of these. I did have to bookmark them because there was one particular one that involved a person showing their testicles, penis, and anus in a pub whilst being held aloft by some other people. That would definitely be terms of service. So I couldn't do that. So the whole point is, show me a more British scene. Maybe they should have done, Dolphin. Maybe they fucking should have done. That would have been an appropriate reaction. Thank you very much. Lovely. Anyway, look at this bloke having a full English on the tube. Who takes a fucking full plate of food onto the train? That's just a bit mental. Like, they've got cutlery and a proper plate and shit. Fucking amazing stuff. Amazing. Oh, anyway. Hello there, Lesbian Hot Sauce. Everyone go and follow Lesbian Hot Sauce. And then there's the classic. An absolute fucking classic of the genre. This is modern Britain. This image is literally modern Britain, okay? Hang on, I need to shrink that down so you can see the full panorama. Right? There's so much going on in this. Let's take it left to right, okay? There's taxis piling up, pissheads, trying to get home. Man drunk on the floor, fat belly exposed, saved his pint. That pint he's not spilt a fucking drop of that. That is all his. Love it. There's a fucking Greggs in the background because, of course, is it possible to take a picture in Britain without there being a Greggs in shot? Almost certainly not. Which must mean that the original image is AI, because there isn't a Greggs in that shot, is there? So, there's the police tackling this guy next to like a sewer grate, which is amazing. There's the woman screaming at him, and everyone's just looking on as if this is just normal. This is Britain. It is making me feel nationalistic. Honestly, I feel a fucking land of hope and glory coming on. And that's not a euphemism for an erection. I mean, like the song. As if that's a euphemism for an erection, you twat. There's a man taking a shit. He's gotten off his mobility scooter to squat down in the street and poo. Like a dog. As you do. That, I mean, again, it's a more up-to-date modern one, but it is definitely an instant classic. Brick to the bollocks. Fascist, absolutely fucking destroyed. He will not be procreating. Very, very funny. This one is, again, a sort of spectacular little snapshot of modern Britain. The police are arresting this person. We have no idea why. Presumably because they're black or something. I don't know. But they're arresting them. And this guy is sat down with his fag on. With cigarette. That's a slang phrase for cigarette. Don't fucking ban me. Right? He's got his cigarette on in his one hand. So that doesn't need to be put down.
Don't need to do this afterward. No. Taking a fucking selfie in front of presumably a friend of his being arrested. And then there's the woman in the background who is simultaneously photobombing this gentleman as well as looking at the main camera taking a "what's up" thing in the background of a person potentially getting a criminal record. Bravo. Yep. That sort of speaks for itself, really. I joke about us being a replacement bus service nation. I'm not joking. It's not even a joke. It's not even funny. It's just true. It's sad and true. I'll fucking eat my cock and bollocks, you fucking... Oh, God, I hate the world. I have to scroll all the way fucking down again. Come on. There we go. Right. Bus replacement nation. Fuck yeah. Nonces and royalty. Can you tell which one's which? I love the nonchalance of this. This is like if you try to make a real life a piece of art that's just like stubbornness. Just stubbornness as a kind of living artwork. A car has crashed into that table. And the person isn't even acknowledging that that's happened. He's not only is he not getting up from the table, which is demonstrably broken, we can see that there's nothing really supporting this except the fucking bonnet of the car itself. The hood of the car for Americans. Otherwise gravity would take it to the floor, right? And not only is he not getting up from that table, he's not even acknowledging the car. He's not even making eye contact with the car. He's gone, no, fuck this. I'm having my pint. On a dreary day outside in the beer garden. Naturally. And I refuse to accept this. I refuse to accept the reality of this car. The car isn't even there. I'm just having a pint. Perfectly normal. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that level of ludicrous stubbornness. Quite literally, thank you, Lord Fritus. Quite literally, you cannot park there. That is not appropriate parking. That is true. But I appreciate that level of stubbornness. This kind of man is the backbone of this nation. He keeps us ticking. This one, on the other hand, has shat himself on the platform of a tube station. The yin and yang of British maledom. The fine fettle of British manhood there. The high and the low. The peak and the trough. Except this man couldn't find a trough, so he shat on the fucking floor. I presume drink or drug induced as well. I presume he's not hanging his head in shame, but rather he's almost about to pass out, is what I'm thinking. Rather. This I'll go into in just a second, but the message is, Noel Edmonds, stop pretending Deal or No Deal is more than it is a funny message. But it's especially funny for me, because I've already told this story on air before, but this is inside Crinkly Bottom, which is a funny sounding name, is the Crinkly Bottom. Crinkly Bottom was the town name of, there is a genuine town called Crinkly Bottom in Yorkshire, where the television show Noel Edmonds was... Oh, what was it called? Noel Edmonds... fuck's sake. Not Party House. What was it called? Oh, someone in chat will know. Anyway, it was a show in the 1990s. It was like the big show on the BBC on Friday nights. Oh, it was, yeah, Noel Edmonds' House Party. There we go. Noel Edmonds' House Party. And it was shit. It was like the shittest show ever. It involved a thing called Mr. Blobby, who we've been through in chat, right? Mr. Blobby, who was this pink and orange or pink and yellow spotted freak monster who had like not just a speech impediment, but like he just went. It was awful, and that was just the joke. There were regular gungings of people, I seem to recall. D-list celebrities, including washed-up sportsmen of the day and things like that. But basically nothing really happened. It was just shit. Really shit. But ridiculously popular. Like the biggest show on TV at the time. Ridiculous, right? And Crinkly Bottom. So if you go to Crinkly Bottom in Yorkshire, there are now the ruins of the Mr. Blobby Noel Edmonds house party experience, right? Which is like it was a really shit, again I suppose appropriately shit, theme park type thing in North Yorkshire, or just in Yorkshire, wherever the fuck it is, which I went to as a child because my parents, we went on holiday, so we went to this place. And it was shit. It was shit. I actually much enjoyed. There's a stately home, which for people who remember the intro to the show was literally like when the camera zooms in and it zooms out from him in the thing. That's the actual stately home that's there. Now the show wasn't filmed there. It was filmed presumably in a fucking studio in London, I imagine. But anyway, the opening credit of that, there's like a big stately home in Yorkshire, and that's actually like basically this was built in the grounds of the stately home. And I loved walking around the stately home. I loved that shit. It was fucking beautiful. I was into boring old fucking history shite even as a child, seemingly. But we went around here. And then I decided that I was going to be gay and do crimes. Or at least do crimes. Because there was a wishing well inside of this. And my parents still tell this story to this day. Much to my eternal embarrassment. I was about 5 or 6 years old at this point, I think. And there was a wishing well, so you could throw in like a 2p coin or whatever and make a wish. It didn't say that it had a more likely chance that it was going to happen. It was just a part of the thing anyway. And I decided to like start taking the coins out of it. I was just pocketing this money. Oh. Honestly, I've never seen my mum so embarrassed and my dad so angry at anything ever. It was, oh God, it was so embarrassing. But I didn't know. I just thought they were throwing the money away. I didn't know what the fuck a wishing well was. There was just money in a like that much water. So I was just like picking it out of the thing. What? Why wouldn't I do that? They're leaving it there. So I'll have it. Was my thinking as a child. Fuck me. Honestly, it's so embarrassing. So I quite like the fact that this place is now in ruins. And it literally is in ruins now. It's like overgrown with moss and shit. There's like we watched the documentary, didn't we? For the old heads who were around at the time, of a guy who like broke in and walked around the shattered remnants of the place. And I'm glad that it's now not a thing anymore, because that show was shit, that place was shit, and Noel Edmonds turned me into a criminal. There are very few people who end up in jail who can say that they started their life of crime as a form of protest against Noel Edmonds. But I could say that if I ever do go to prison. And I will. Not that I will go to prison, but if I do. Anyway. God. Speaks for itself. No real comment needed on that one. Straightforward. Fuck you, Nigel Farage. Boom. Love it. Love it. What is this? Clive Anderson shot dead. What is this bollocks? What is this? Oh, is this the Noel Edmonds? No, that's Brass Eye. Why are you showing me bits of Brass Eye? I appreciate Brass Eye. I love it. But that's not really what we're doing tonight. Yeah. What is it, 255/Clem Fandango? What is it you're after? Why are you being a nuisance? A very Stoke-on-Trent scene. And it's... I mean, what am I even looking at here? Vote UKIP? Is it just because it says vote UKIP above a chippy?
Is that literally what you think Stoke-on-Trent is? Okay, fair enough. I mean, I think about Stoke-on-Trent not at all. So, you know, there's that. Man fighting a horse? Of course. Again, I'm not sure you really need much comment on that. Just a man squaring up to a horse. Someone made the ill-advised decision to wear denim this day and went, fuck it. My legs feel like they're on fire. I'm going for a pint and I'm just going to sit there in my kicks and there's nothing you can do about it. Perfectly legal. My cock and bollocks are hidden from the public, but my legs are getting some fucking air and I'm having a crisp pint in the sunshine. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, society, and your values. This, again, it's sort of like if laziness and being a wanker were an artwork. This, for those people who don't know, these are small black plastic bags with dog shit in them. And rather than walk to the dog bin, or just a regular bin, to put the dog shit into a place where it will be taken away at some point in the near future, they have tied it to a tree. Repeatedly. Some of them quite high up as well. They've had to reach, some of them probably tippy-toed, to reach a higher branch for their particular bag of dog shit. Thank you. Thank you, fine citizen. Beer garden? I mean, it's just the most depressing thing I've ever seen. I mean, look at it. That's a... Oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine drinking in this place. Honestly, I'd need the beer just to stop myself from just from booking a flight to Switzerland immediately. That is grim. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Every day we move further from the light of Jesus. Again, Jesus being Jesus, Mexican lad. That is a fucking abomination. Anyone who would eat that should not be trusted with any position of authority. Like, at all. Even a fucking lollipop person. Like, no, fuck that shit, no. You can't be trusted. You've made decisions so reckless, so devoid of humanity, that you have shown yourself incapable of exercising any kind of power reasonably. So, game over. Game over. Oh, here's the motion picture version. Boom. Double brick to the head and brick to the smaller head. Love it. Love it. We've all got pictures like this. We've all, let's be honest, let's be honest, every one of us have got pictures of us looking absolutely off our fucking nuts, right? Whether it be on drink, drugs, whatever, possibly a combination of both, just looking absolutely fucked up. We've all been there. There is one particular picture which I still can't find, but I must track it down. It's in the somewhere. It's somewhere on my Facebook, I think, of me as a rather thin and beautiful 18-year-old looking absolutely fucking mental, dancing away in some nightclub at university. It was what a time to be alive. Oh, show me a more British scene, and then it's a fucking slave ship. Oh, we're trying to have some fun here, friend. We're trying to have a laugh. Why you go be all serious? Why you go bring politics into it? Jesus Christ. To be fair, it is extremely British, though, yeah. As is this image of this, I mean, again, just this peak male manhood of Britain. A guy sipping some sort of fruity beverage on a hot day in a wheelie bin. He's in a fucking wheelie bin. That's... You know what? He's allowed to be. A man's wheelie bin is his fucking castle. Beautiful. Any tarts want to come down with a spoon? It's a strong Tinder opening. It's a strong opening gambit. We'll see how it works for him, right? You can't say, right? You can't say he's not being honest with you here and saying he stall out early. You know who this person is. You know the kind of relationship he's after. Okay? This man is not trying to catfish anybody. He is warts and all. He's a sexist. He looks like that. That is the package you are signing for if you go on a date with this human being. Absolutely fucking epic. Again, why have you got to be serious about this? Why are you bringing politics into... I want to laugh at dickheads. And now you're reminding me that Winston Churchill literally starved millions of fucking people to death. Like, absolute boner killer. What is going on here? I mean, you can't deny it's an extraordinarily British scene, but that's not the point. Same guy. Any tarts when I come down West Bengal? Starve a few million Indians? It does look a bit like him. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Now we're talking. The lettuce outlasted Liz Truss. Honestly, this was peak Britain. This was peak Britain. It's never going to be better than this. This was Britain at its fucking finest. Like, people talk about this genocidal prick and he's like, oh, it was our finest hour. Bollocks to you, mate. This was our finest hour. Okay? This one. Boom. Linky link. What you want a link? What you want to link to, Elliot? This is just on Twitter. Oh, I do like this. I love a pratfall. Oh, you sent me a link. Oh, okay. What did you send me? That's Stoke-on-Trent again. What the fuck am I doing? I don't see a link. Oh, no, there we go. Iceland. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Why did you have to send me this? I don't want to see this. Ugh. You don't even have to make it yourself. Look, how much of a fucking slop badger have you got to be that you can't even cook a pizza, do a tin of beans on the hob and then pour the beans on? You can't even be fucking bothered with that. Heinz have to fucking do the hard work for you. Oh my God. You are too far gone at that point, I think. I'm not sure you can be saved. I think you're meat for the devil. Oh, that's not what you sent me. Who sent me that? No, non-binary sent me that one. What did you fucking send me? I don't see a link from you. Hang on. Video of a guy in a wheelie bin. Oh, that is him. That's literally him. Oh, okay. It's called Swim in the Bin. Oh, hang on. What the fuck isn't the desktop audio working? Oh, for fuck's sake. Did you not hear the clip before? For some reason, the desktop audio wasn't working. Did you hear this clip? This one with the snooker cues. No. Oh, okay. Well, I'll play it again then, because it is funny. Beautiful. Anyway, this is the guy in the wheelie bin.
Come on, if you want to fight.
Oh, come on then.
Fight, ah!
Are you enjoying the weather there, mate?
What?
Are you enjoying the weather there?
What are you talking about?
I said, are you enjoying the weather there?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Am I not allowed?
Yeah, but you're in the bin.
Oh, Jesus.
Everyone goes on about the fucking bin. Can't a man just enjoy a quick dip in a fucking bin?
Do anything. Someone comes along, tries to stop you.
No, I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just saying you're in the bin.
Right, if you want to fight about it, be a man, come out and fight about it.
He's a fucking mental. I love it.
Stop me doing
How is the top of his head that much narrower than the rest of his head? His head tapers. That's odd.
whatever I want.
I'm
My
not-
own bin.
I'm not trying to have a fight, mate. I'm just saying you're in the bin. You're having a cocktail.
Listen, knobhead. If I want to have a swim in my own bin on the hottest day that we've ever had in England, then I'm entitled to do so.
Mate, I'm
Who
just...
are you to stop me?
No, I'm not trying
I
to stop...
said, who are you to stop me?
I'm not trying to stop you, mate.
Answer me.
No, I'm
Where
just...
am I supposed to swim if I can't swim in my own bin?
Go to the leisure centre.
You're not really swimming, mate. You're just sort of standing in a bin. It's not really swimming, is it? You're not doing laps, are you? You're not even doing widths.
Mate.
Leisure centre?
Yeah. It's £2.
Leisure centre?
Yeah, it's,
Not a bloody problem.
listen, there's no
What
problem.
about leisure centre?
I'm just saying you're in the bin.
Yeah, I'm swimming.
But but why?
Because it's a hot day.
No,
Yep.
no, you're failing to understand, mate. It's a fucking bin. You're in a bin. That's mental.
But you're in the bin.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to enjoy the hottest day in England. It's 40 degrees.
No, again, friend. Look, we're not trying to hurt you. We're not trying to stop you. We just, I'm genuinely curious. Why the fucking bin? Why are you in a bin? Don't say it's the hottest day. We get that. There are many ways one can enjoy a hot day. There are many ways one can enjoy a dip in water on a hot day. Why the bin? That does seem a little unhygienic, if I'm entirely honest. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
Well, what? It's not a celebration. It's not like a
It's
bit.
a celebration.
How is it?
Well, it's a celebration for normal English people like me.
Yeah, but but
No buts.
no, but you're having a cocktail in the bin.
Yeah, I'm having a cocktail in the bin.
But
With a
why?
vape. Right.
And a vape. Honestly, this couldn't be more modern Britain. He's having a cocktail and a vape in a bin. Look, that should be the new words to Land of Hope and Glory, I think. Thank you, Imagination Scene, for a super chat. No message. Oh, it says, how's it going? It's going well. I think it's going extremely well. Maybe. I don't know.
If you want to fight about it, come here and fight.
But I don't want to fight.
Well, why are you sitting there waffling, saying you're not allowed to swim in your own bin? You've got to go with all the Muppets in the leisure centre. That's what you want, isn't it?
No. I didn't say that.
You did?
No.
You said the leisure centre.
Yeah, no. I didn't say the leisure centre, but I didn't.
You did.
You know, I did say
So
that.
you're arguing again.
No. I'm
You're
just.
trying to bring me down.
No. I'm not trying to bring you down.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Of course you are.
I'm not trying to bring
Why
you.
did you come here, first of all, saying, oi, what are you doing? Like, in my own bin? In my own house?
A man's bin is his castle.
Yeah? You've got nothing to say now, have you? Yeah, you just want to sit there giving it waffle. You don't want to come and fight like a man.
No.
You just want to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. When all I want to do is enjoy the sunshine.
No. I'll come out, but like I don't want to
Yeah,
fight.
well, come out then. Don't just say, I will come out.
All right, I'm coming out.
All right, you're coming out.
Yeah, I'm
So what's your problem? You coming out and fight me?
No. I'm not trying to fight. I just
What are
wanna-
you filming me for?
No, I just want to see what you.
Well, you're a pervert.
No, I'm not.
Pervert. You want to see my naked body?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You want to see my my naked... Well, we can see half of it already, mate.
The other half is swimming around in a lukewarm soup of bin juice and cocktail. And maybe piss and shit. We don't know how long he's been there. He might be trapped. He might be trying to style it out.
Yeah, well, f off, I'm not interested.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Off you toddle.
No, come on then.
Come on, if you want to fight,
Oh, come on then.
fight. Don't say,
Come on then.
I'm going to toddle off. Oh, no, I want to see your naked body, because I'm a
Alright then, come on then, come on then.
Doing what they can't do.
Come on then, get out of there then.
Don't say come on. I've told you to come on.
No, come on then.
So what are you going to do?
Has he got... I do...
I'm not your bloody
He's got some sort of lower garment on. That's good.
nose down your throat.
Alright then, go on then.
Did it to himself, man. Land of hope and glory. Absolutely fucking delicious. Beautiful work. No notes. The petty officiousness of Britain is a genuine wonder to behold. People, like, the non-British mind can't comprehend how much pen pushers love doing dumb shit in Britain. Like, for reals. Fucking hell, man. Like, it's so fucking pointless. No parking. You can't fit a fucking car there. What do you mean no parking, you dopey bastards? Fucking hell, I'd love it. Or that one, do you remember that, the was it the 6 metre long bicycle lane? What's... Oh, you fucking people, man. Oh. Just, I mean, honestly, 2 of the toastiest inhabitants of hell, right there. Just amazing, amazing. Again, it's a tableau. It's a tableau of modern Britain, that. Just dickheads at presumably some sort of family occasion, maybe a marriage. I don't think a funeral. It looks a bit summery and a bit fruity for a funeral, and it looks too big an event for something like a christening, maybe. I'm guessing a wedding of some variety, and there's just dickheads rowing because obviously there's no British occasion where just casual violence isn't an ever-present possibility. Amazing. Man walking an emu. Why wouldn't he be walking an emu? Why aren't you walking a fucking emu? Checkmate. Ronnie Pickering! I'm Ronnie fucking Pickering! Amazing. What a legend. Oliver Reed, out of his fucking mind. Love it. Love it. Again, just... What I want to end on here, again, I love the nonsense of it. I love it. Just, no, I'm not gonna, look, I want a pint. I don't give a fuck how deep the water is. Frankly, I'm a bit pissed off about the entire situation. I need a drink. And they are. They're having a drink, they're having a fucking whale of a time. Hello there to you, Hannah Anderson. How are you? Hopefully you're well. Peak British moment. Let's have a look. I'll be the fucking judge of this. There we go. Oh, Guy Goma. Fuck yes. Absolute king.
this all mean for the industry and the growth of music online? Well, Guy Cuny is the editor of the technology website News Wireless. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Were you surprised by this verdict today?
I'm very surprised to see this verdict to come on me, because I was not expecting that. When I came, they told me something else, and I'm coming. You got an interview there, so it's a big surprise anyway.
A big surprise.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. With regards to the cost that's involved, do you think now more people will be downloading online?
Actually, if you can go everywhere, you're gonna see a lot of people downloading to the internet and the website everything they want. But I think it's much better for the development and to improve people what they want and to get on the easy way and so fast the things they're looking for.
Honestly, that's more coherent than anything Trump has said in 20 years. Like, for reals.
This does really seem to be the way the music industry is progressing now, that people want to go onto the website and download music.
Exactly. You can go everywhere on the cyber cafe and you can check. You can go easy. It's going to be very easy way for everyone to get something to the internet.
He was right. It is very easy. Yeah. No, you know what? He was ahead of the curve on this one, Guy Goma. Absolutely epic. Love that shit. Anyway, I hope he's doing well in whatever adventure he's now involved in. So, we come to the main slop event of the evening. Des Tiny, otherwise known as Stephen Bennell, otherwise known as Mr. Borelli, otherwise known as Mr. Botticelli, otherwise known as Mr. Donatello. He was debating Owen Shroyer, a sex pest, literally a sex pest. He got fired from InfoWars for being a sex pest. Just saying. Anyway, they're debating Trump versus Harris, and I presume I'm going to disagree with both of them, but in very different ways. Shall we take a look at this absolute fucking brain-melting rot?
Welcome to the Trump versus Harris debate here at the University of South Carolina. Tonight we're going to have two big personalities debate whether Kamala Harris...
That is extraordinarily quiet. I apologise profusely. Where do I go to my volume booster? There we go. Let's see if this...
Harris or Donald Trump should be president of the United States.
There we go.
And first I'm just going to start with a few housekeeping items before we kick into the debate and I introduce our moderator. So if you guys were here a few weeks ago, you may have known that we hosted an event called the Roast of Kamala Harris with Milo Yiannopoulos and Gavin McInnes.
Wow, two Nazis instead of just one Nazi and another one who's celebrating the death of Palestinians?
And I just want to give you guys a little update on that because there's a lot of fuss made about it, a lot of controversy. One of the biggest things that happened was that the funding was denied for our event, and we announced that we were suing the university. We have filed a lawsuit, and so we are suing this university because they violated our First Amendment rights.
What, to have your shit funded? That the First Amendment doesn't mean that a university has to pay you to be able to speak. What the fuck are you talking about? What? That has absolutely no chance of success. Enjoy wasting your time and money, prick.
And if you guys want to check out more updates on that, you can go to uncensoredamerica.us, and you can check out any more updates we post on our X account as well. And we'll post everything.
Oh, he even calls it X. What a fucking gimp.
There. Secondly, I will have a table in the back there at the end if you guys want to buy merchandise. We have shirts that you can purchase as well. If you're a loyalty or backstage ticket holder, one comes with your purchase. So if you didn't get one already, please come on back and grab one, and we can help you out at the end of the event. But without further ado, I'm going to hand over to James from Modern Day Debate. James?
Honestly, Modern Day Debate is such cancer.
Thank you.
Like, this James seems like a nice guy on a personal level, but like he hosts the shithousiest of shithouse debates.
Like, just awful, like, Nazi versus maybe not a Nazi. Is Nazism awesome or not? Like, it's just rubbish.
Let you stay in the middle.
Thank you. Thank you very much, folks, for being here tonight. I am thrilled to be your moderator for this debate.
Although, I think my favourite piece of debating ever was Alden's number, which didn't originate on a modern day debate thing, but when Vosh was debating a climate change skeptic, and his fans started like doing the super chat thing to ask him questions about Alden's number and stuff. It was fucking, honestly, I creased. I literally bent over crying laughing at it. So dumb.
Want to do a couple of quick housekeeping things. But first, I do want to say thank you to Uncensored America for having me here to moderate this debate, as well as thank you to the university for this beautiful venue. And again, thank you for coming out for this. For the housekeeping. If you could do me a favor and silence your phone, just so there are no interruptions during the debate. And then I'm going to introduce our speakers in just a moment. But if you could do me a favor and hold your applause until after I introduce both of them, that's when they'll be walking up to the stage. So, first, defending Kamala Harris, he is a juggernaut political streamer and debater. He's been banned on Twitch, Destiny, Stephen Bunnell, and on the other side, defending Donald Trump, he is a reporter and investigative journalist for InfoWars.
Lol.
He has been banned on all social media except X. Owen Shroyer. Please join me in welcoming both of our speakers, Owen and Stephen.
Clap, 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 clap. Hang on, why is that gone silent? Hang on, he refused.
Yep.
Refused to shake his hand. Okay. I can respect that.
Real classic.
So, I'm going to read our official
You're glad he didn't touch you. You offered your hand, mate. That's the worst cope I've ever heard.
resolution, which is, should Donald Trump or Kamala Harris be the 47th President of the United States? As for the format, we'll have 7-minute openings, starting with Destiny. Then we'll have 5-minute rebuttals. We'll have a prepared question for Destiny. He'll have 5 minutes to respond to that, and Owen will have 3 minutes to respond to that response. Then we'll have a prepared question for Owen, where he will have 5 minutes to respond, and then Destiny will have 3 minutes to respond to his response, followed by 15 minutes of open dialogue, 30 minutes of audience Q&A, and then 3 minutes of closing statements for each speaker. So with that, gentlemen, thank you both for being here. I'm going to kick it over to Destiny for his 7-minute opening statement. Stephen, the floor is all yours.
So I've written out a whole opening speech here, but then I realized that MAGA conservatives don't really care about facts, so I figured I'd just keep it short and simple so we can get to the crossfire section. I think the argument for Kamala over Trump is pretty simple. I think the number one point that everybody should keep in mind is Trump is a loser. He lost elections. He lost candidates that he supported lost elections. He's lost court cases. He's now a convicted felon. He has lost 2, almost 3 wives. We'll see what Melania does after the current election season ends. He has lost businesses. He's filed bankruptcy.
Imagine someone losing a wife, Destiny. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it, if someone's wife left them? Wouldn't it?
He's basically lost in every single way that you can conceive a person could lose. He's lost as a leader. He wasn't able to pass any legislation. He wasn't able to do anything about the ACA, just like Sean's not able to do anything about this mic feedback. He's working on it. Yeah, just Trump is just, even if you support the policies ostensibly that Trump stands for, although that might change from one day to the next, he might come into office saying that he wants to destroy the ACA.
He did accidentally take meth, yeah. Brilliant. Again, American manhood in all its glory.
Failed to do that, and then now tried to take credit for pre-existing conditions or price capping insulin. Even if you support him for whatever policies he says he does.
Yes, Destiny did get divorced. Lol. Although I didn't have high hopes for the marriage, in all honesty, given that he spent his wedding night playing League of Legends on Twitch. Whoopsie. A real love affair, that one.
support, he's not the guy to do it. He couldn't do it when he was in office for 4 years. I don't know why we think he would do it in another 4 years. I always thought that the funniest slogan that Donald Trump had was using "Make America Great Again" the second time he ran for office. What happened? I think that Kamala Harris is a winner. People might try to say that she slept her way to the top or make other weird accusations of nepotism, like what plagued Trump's administration, but the reality is Kamala Harris got elected not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 or 5 times if you count her being on the VP ticket. She won her election for a district attorney in San Francisco. She won 2 elections for attorney general in California. She was elected the junior senator of California, and she was the vice president on the ticket with Biden. So the difference is clear. Trump takes absolutely no accountability for any of his actions, and the people around him know that they have no accountability for any of his actions. When Donald Trump does a crime, what does he say? He says the judges are biased against me in every state court, in all the federal court. He says that I need immunity from criminal activity because I can't be prosecuted for it. I'm the president. He apparently believes that he can psychically declassify documents so that he can avoid responsibility for hiding stuff in his shoddy residence in Mar-a-Lago. There is just zero accountability anywhere. When you look at Trump and you say, why did you fail as a leader? Well, it was because of the swamp. Look at all these people I had to fire. Dude, you hired them. You can't take credit for firing people that were part of your cabinet. These are your picks. And again, to return to the first point, what's going to...
You're quite right, Dimitri. Yeah, Grover Cleveland was 24 and 22, but that after that, they've actually subsequently changed the rules. So Donald Trump will still just be 45. He can't be 47.
Change this time? Is he going to magically get rid of the swamp now? He couldn't do it in 4 years. We're supposed to believe he can do it in 4 more. Even if you're a conservative, why would you think that Donald Trump...
Like, it's literally because of Grover Cleveland that it's out of sync. Look, Donald Trump wasn't the 45th different person to be president. He was the 44th different person. It's very annoying.
Is the guy that's going to get the job done for you. Kamala Harris is accountable. Not only did she rise through the ranks and win elections on her own, by her own merit, not through any weird conspiratorial nonsense, not through any crazy MAGA movement, not by partnering up with creepy weirdo billionaires like Elon Musk, but by winning her elections and doing a good job. You can also see that the Democratic Party holds their own accountable, and they have a wide tent of voters that they draw from that they have to maintain their accountability to, as opposed to Trump's camp that is dwindling by the day, who, we can go to the people who support Trump, maybe that'll come up at some point here. No one around Trump vouches for him. Where is Pence? How do you have a president who was the president of the United States with a vice president who's not running with the same vice president? What happened to him? Well, what happened to him was Trump.
No, to be fair, that's not... Oh, look, in this instance, it's because his supporters tried to assassinate him, but it's not unknown that a vice president would be changed mid-term. Or not mid-term, between terms. Literally, Andrew Johnson. The guy who took over from Abraham Lincoln, was not his first vice president. He had vice president in his first term, and then in second term, he chose Andrew Johnson. Because it was politically convenient for him. And actually, just on a little historical sort of gripe of mine, we don't hold Lincoln accountable for that. Much of the racism that would follow in the century after Lincoln can at least in part be put down to the fact that Andrew Johnson purposefully destroyed any chance at a real, lasting, radical rebuilding of America after the Civil War. But because Lincoln got assassinated, no one ever holds that against him. He chose him as vice president. He knew that people were trying to fucking kill him. And he knew that he lived in the 18th century where catching a fucking cold could kill you. So the vice president was actually a very important position. And he chose a southern racist. Instead of a northern racist, I guess. They were all racist, just to varying degrees.
Trump was kind of hoping he would get killed on January 6th. He sat there and he watched on TV for 3 hours while people like Owen cheered others going into the Capitol, rioting, delaying the certification of the vote. He sat there and he watched it happen. He tweeted out that Pence failed us while Pence was in a bunker underneath the Capitol, saying that he didn't want to leave the Capitol because he didn't want rioters and people around the world to see that the American election, that the American transfer of power had been disrupted by a bunch of MAGA sycophants. The comments of even the people that are considered Trump's most ardent supporters today are comments that would get you laughed at if you made them as a leftist, right? You have a bunch of other comments. Elon Musk called Trump a stone-cold loser when he refused to say that he lost the 2020 election. Vance has a number of quotes about Trump. He wasn't sure if he was I think just a Nixon-type character, or if he was going to be America's Hitler. These are statements from his own current vice presidential running mate, because he can't use Pence again because Pence hates him. Again, this is
America's Hitler. Now, to be fair, Owen Shroyer does not see that as a bad thing. Like, he would see the idea of Trump being America's Hitler as like a positive endorsement of Trump. He would probably agree with Pence, with Vance from 10 years ago or whatever, that Donald Trump should be America's Hitler because he's a Nazi. And yes, I do feel cringe when I watch Destiny. He's a fucking prick. Like, he's a pro-Israeli freak. But at least he's anti-Trump, I guess. Like, that's the best you can say about him, really. Ugh. Gross.
Vice president. Mark Milley referred to Donald Trump as a fascist. You've got all these people in his administration that were thought to have been the biggest supporters of Trump, people that others were worried about, like Bill Barr, who resigned from the administration with weeks to go before the transfer of power because they couldn't stand him trying to weaponize the Department of Justice so much. And then you look on the other side, and you've got Kamala Harris, who has support all the way from...
he's very pro-Israel, yeah. I debated him on, well, I say not just me and him, it was on like a panel thing, where he literally argued that it was fine that the Palestinian people were denied aid in the form of like the example given was the Israel had banned cookies from being brought in, like cookies for like children to have like a tiny bit of joy in their existence, and that was banned by Israel. Under the fake auspices that the sugar could be used to create fuel for rockets, which, you know, it isn't a thing. That's not real. That's not how that fucking works. He's pro-genocide basically. Anyway, but that's not presumably what they're here to talk about today.
Cheney to AOC, from the United Auto Workers to Taylor Swift, there's no comparison to be made between what people around these people are saying. There's no other industry where you would say, oh, that guy, his boss...
Yes, I did hear about the Ozempic thing from Britain. I was going to leave that till Thursday with, presumably with no justice. But, look, I never presumed that she's going to be available or whatever. But either way, when we watch Question Time, something along that lines will crop up. So I'll probably leave it till then. But yeah, it's just more fucking Thatcherite ghoulishness from the Labour Party.
Hates him, and all of his co-workers hate him, and everybody that worked with before hates him. But this time, he's going to have a whole new set of employees. He's going to have a whole new boss, a whole new organization. It'll be way better this time, I promise. He would never give anybody that kind of chance. Trump is a scammer. Why would you want to, like... This guy who's running for office is selling you pieces of how many suits? How many fucking suits does this guy own? He can sell you like so many different slices of them. Jesus Christ. $5,000 suit pieces. My God.
It is a little bit Robe of Christ-y. Like, there's all of the... I love the Middle Ages because... all of these relics, like people claim to have this thing from Jesus, like bits of the cross, bits of like his robe that he was wearing when he was killed or whatever, all of this sort of stuff, right? Including, and I swear to God this is true, right? The Vatican, and it disappeared in the 1990s, so I'm not entirely sure what went on with this, but the Vatican claimed to own Jesus's foreskin. Literally. It was thought, obviously, with him being a Jewish man, he would have had his foreskin chopped off. And for some reason, even though no one knew he was going to be Jesus, well, no one knew he was going to be like the Son of God, whoever performed that medical surgery somehow kept his foreskin. Very weird thing to do. It had been passed down through the generations and ended up with the Vatican. They used to parade it through the streets of Rome every year for hundreds of years. Just, just in case you thought the Catholic Church might have been weird and full of shit.
I mean, at least he's big enough now that I guess he's got a lot of suit pieces to sell. That's not including the $100,000 gold watches. That's not including the $3,500 gold coins, the $100 silver coins, this whole new crypto scam that he started where him and his cronies have 70% of the initial coin pool. If you don't know, you'll learn in the future because it's coming out for the IPO for this coin. That's called a rug pull, my friends. That coin is going to come out and the price on that is going to go up and then super down as everybody that buys in gets scammed and loses all their money, which is, I guess, an analogy for all the Trump supporters that I guess exist today. Trump has no policies. We don't get to have policy debate in the United States anymore because instead we're talking about fictitious hurricane machines that are being spun up so that Biden or Harris can steal the lithium deposits from North Carolina. We don't get to talk about how Roy Cooper and Kemp and McMaster and DeSantis all said, DeSantis called me. He already called me. The federal government's doing everything they can do. Instead, you've got people that are fighting with FEMA now outside their houses because they don't trust the government response. And then you've got Donald Trump on TV saying that he would withhold aid from states like California if they don't play ball with him, they don't play politics with him. It's insane. Every accusation that the Conservative Party makes is a confession to their own amoral behavior, and you can see it on TV. These aren't even things that we have to dig for. You can just watch what they say openly.
True, although the FEMA camp thing is not new. I am old enough to remember Hurricane Katrina in the early 2000s. Still my favourite reaction ever when the Kanye West, before he was a Nazi, said George W. Bush doesn't like black people, and Mike Myers went, gave it a full-on, hammy, did he just say that on TV? Amazing. Anyway, during Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans got flooded. Big natural disaster, FEMA step in. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, right? So they step in. And they were going on about FEMA death camps. Literally, that was a thing that was being talked about back in the 2000s. Long before Trump was ever running for president or anything, the GOP has always been conspiracy cunt central. That is what they're about. Yeah, Glenn Beck was back then talking about how Obama had fucking... Well, actually, this was pre-Obama, I guess. But a few years later, when Obama was president, going on about how Obama had loads of Maoists in his administration. I mean, I defy him to tell me one Maoist that was in his administration. Amazing. Mike Myers was not hammy at all. That was legit surprise. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting he was acting it up. It just looks like an actor going oh, it looks... But I think he's being legit. It's just it looks hammy as fuck, yeah. And to be fair, he's a comedy actor. The over-the-top reaction to stuff is,
Kamala Harris is just a better leader in every...
he doesn't play Austin Powers subtextually. It's not the most subtle characterization.
possible measure that you can make when it comes to, I think, leading the United States, when it comes to the future of this country. I think she's got a better vision for America. I think she's got a better record, despite the claims of being a DEI candidate.
No, she's shit. She's shit. It's just he's much shitter. But and I get that, if you're going to be the pro-Kamala person, you have to pretend that she's really good. She's got a plan for America. Yeah, all that shit. But it's rubbish. She's fucking awful. At least she's alive, unlike fucking Biden, I guess. But, she's still fucking awful. It's just that the person she's running against is, Satan. Biden is a Maoist. Literally. Because Mao's also dead. So he's just copying his hero by being dead.
She's infinitely more qualified for the position than Donald Trump is, and I think that she has a better. I think she has a better overall plan for America than Trump does, whose plan, as far as I can tell right now, consists of basically shitposting on X and I guess doing a 20% tariff across the board. My final quote, I would like to leave this quote from a very famous Biden speech that he made in 2022 that I think fits today more than ever. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies. But together we can choose a different path. We can choose a better path forward to the future, a future of possibility, a future to build, a future to dream, and a future to hope. And I think that Kamala Harris represents that hope way more than Donald Trump, who only seems to be interested in tearing down and attacking Americans rather than building anything great up.
Thank you very much. Opening Stephen.
That was fair enough, I guess. Whatever.
We'll kick it over to Owen. Thank you very much. The floor is all yours now, Owen, for 7 minutes for your opening.
Okay, get ready for the most unhinged bullshit. Well, actually, if we can ever fucking hear them, because it does appear that the microphone is bollocksed. But when he does speak and is audible, get ready for the dumbest, most racist shit imaginable, I guess. I prefer Owen Shroyer like this. Like, yeah, this is fine.
8. Check. Damn it, Kamala, every time. They just sabotage me everywhere I go.
Oh, like being touched up by a man, do we, Owen? Gay. Don't forget that kind of high-quality comedy and political analysis you can support for $5 a month, or do super chats and messages and bits and fucking memberships and suck my anus. Standard nerd.
Check. You want me to just use that? Check. Okay. He starts off his opening statement saying MAGA people don't care about facts. We'll see who cares about facts during the course of this debate. Then you bring up his wives. Is that really a topic of conversation you want to get into? Wives? Yeah, I don't think so.
He literally did the thing. To be fair, Owen,
Stop it.
like, I did the joke because it's funny, and it is funny that he's divorced. Mr. Divorcelli is an amusing meme, but like, on a genuinely substantive point, Trump pretends to be family values, and yet has had 3 wives, and has cheated on all of them.
Here you go.
Thank you, main captain. Much love to you. Yes, so he has had 3 wives, cheated on them all, had sex with a porn star. Again, I don't care about people having sex with porn stars or otherwise. That's fine. We stan sex workers on this channel. Sex work is work, and they need to be protected from Donald Trump, ironically. Yes, so he's not a family values character. Whereas at no point has Destiny ever proclaimed to be a family values man, ever. That's why I was somewhat surprised when he got married, because like he's not, he doesn't seem like the homely type. I don't fancy him putting down roots,
Talks about losses when I'm pretty sure you've lost every debate that you've had. So I don't know if you want to talk about loss.
What the fuck is that? I mean, that's demonstrably not the case. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Destiny is a wank. Just a wank person, right? But he's obviously not lost every debate he's ever had. What the fuck? What does that even mean? It's pathetic. It's just sad. Thank you, Sitting Care, for resubscribing, and thank you, Main Captain, with Bitty Bits. We're on a hype train. If we get to level 2 of the hype train, I will finger Owen Shroyer's argument because it is fucking dead on arrival. Okay, I will finger that corpse of an argument. Fact. How does Trump get laid? Because he's not as wealthy as he claims, but clearly he has some private wealth. He lives in a fucking skyscraper in New York City. Clearly Melania married him because she was thinking, well, he's already like in his 50s, so he's probably, and he doesn't live healthily, he'll be dead soon. Like, she was thinking she'd get to enjoy the second half of her life on his like inheritance. But no. She made that bet and she fucking lost. I thought you were going to say because he's Welsh. He's not Welsh, he's Scottish. Or at least his mum was. The Scots have got to take the L on that one. Sorry, lads. Massive L. It's definitely not his dick size, true. Thank you, Wolfglen, with 100 bitty bits. Much love. Don't forget, if you want to help out on the hype train, bits, subs, that's it. Those are the things you can do.
Losses either. You then mentioned Kamala being a winner. Maybe you can ask me a question. What primary did she win? What state did she win? Did she even get a single vote during the campaign process? The answer, of course, is no, she didn't. And this is the party that wants to protect democracy. He also says she's the most qualified to be president. Well, what are the qualifications? Kamala Harris has worked as a government employee her entire life. She's worked for the government. So yeah, if you want a permanent government bureaucrat, lawyer running the country, then yeah, Kamala Harris is your person.
So again, just the anti-intellectualism of the far right here, people, in all of its disgusting nonsense. Yeah. If you want someone who's actually competent and knows what they're doing, yeah, vote for that black bitch, is literally the point he's making. That's literally what he's saying here. I'm just translating for you. Unbelievable fucking creep. Thank you, Crestonomy, for resubscribing. And thank you, Wolfglen, with 300 bits. We are on level 2. I've got to get some fingering done. That's a catchphrase and a half, isn't it? I got to get me some fingering done.
Person, I don't really think that qualifies you. In fact, I think that qualifies you to get the hell out of government, because I think we can all admit that the government is corrupt. I don't know, maybe he likes the government. That'd be an interesting spot to take, but maybe that's where we're at here with the American left. So Trump actually comes from the private sector. He knows what it takes to build a business. He knows.
His dad gave him everything, and he pissed it up the wall, and then The Apprentice saved him. That's it. He doesn't know how to build anything. He's gone bankrupt several times.
Knows what it takes to fail and succeed at business.
Fail, certainly.
He's been doing it for decades. To me, that actually qualifies you. He's somebody that actually has to deal with people on the ground. That's why when he goes out in public, you can tell he's a very relatable, personable person. When people like Kamala Harris...
He basketballed through some toilet tissues at hurricane victims. What are you talking about? I've never seen a less personable creature in my life. Thank you, Madcat, with bitty bits, and thank you to Nellis for gigantifying an emote. I forgot that was even a thing. Do people do that much? I don't know.
Or Tim Walz go out, they have to force it, and it's really quite an embarrassment. We have a rare election. We've had 4 years of a Trump presidency, and we've had 4 years of a Biden and Kamala Harris presidency, and the results are in. You ask anybody who's fair and neutral and not politicized, and they will tell you their life has been better under Donald Trump. The economy was better. Disaster response was better.
Again, they just live in a fantasy world.
Started no new foreign wars. It's amazing.
He drone striked everyone ever? I think he literally killed all people with drone strikes, didn't he?
American left used to be anti-war. When George Bush was in office, when Dick Cheney was in office, when John McCain was involved in politics, they were all anti-war. And by the way, they would have called those individuals war criminals. Now
they are war criminals. But also, you say he didn't start a new war. He did twice send American agents to invade and overthrow the government of Venezuela. That happened. I'd suggest that's a foreign war, actually. Just saying. Just saying. Also, I don't know that you can argue that the hurricane relief or the natural disaster response was better when he literally asked if you could nuke a hurricane. That's a thing he asked. And experts in the field had to answer that question. Presumably in the same tone you would use to explain to a 5-year-old why you can't stick your dick in the fucking electric socket. You know, that sort of thing. Thank you to Mad Cat Scottify with bits. Thank you, Al Rekabi with bits, and thank you, thank you, Gigantify and Emote for Nellis D. I honestly, I don't know that I can really technically say I even speak English at this point. I think I just don't speak any languages. Not to a conversational level, I don't think. I'm not fluent. Like, I speak English a bit, you know?
They beg for their endorsement, and they celebrate when they get it. They don't even know where they are anymore. So I'll take no more wars. I'll take a secure border. I'll take a booming economy any day over whatever the hell we've had for the last 4 years with Biden-Harris, where the whole thing was just a fraud anyway. Now it's coming out that these two never even got along to begin with. To say the MAGA movement is dying is to just deny reality. To say support is dwindling.
I've seen his events. The MAGA movement's dying.
Is
like,
to just...
He'll still get loads of votes. He'll still hoover up racist idiot votes. But, like, he's not... The MAGA movement is dying, certainly.
Deny the reality of the situation. Trump is actually doing better in the polls now than he did in 2020 or 2016 or any point in the 2024 election cycle. In fact, if you want to talk about poll numbers, Kamala Harris had the lowest approval rating of any vice president in American history. And
when they say that, like, they weren't polling the first, like, 30 of them or something. Like that polling numbers go back to, like, the 50s or something. It's not... I don't think you can realistically claim that it's in history, because it's most of them weren't fucking polled. Was that a Fox News poll? Almost certainly. Although, did you hear she's actually going to be interviewed on Fox News, which should be interesting to see how fair and balanced they are.
And they even wrote stories in left-wing publications that the Biden team was thinking about removing Kamala Harris from the vice presidency because her approval ratings were so low. But as soon as the media says jump and support Kamala, they all get on board, just like that. Now, there's a couple misrepresentations in some things he just said. First of all, my activity on January 6th, and I'm sure he's well aware of this, or he just didn't do the research. I was not encouraging people to go into the building. I am, in fact, on video telling people not to go into the building and steering people away from the Capitol. So that's the fact of that. But let's just put something into perspective. The American left loves to pretend like they're the anti-establishment, yet here they are supporting the lifelong government presidential candidate. They love to pretend like they're...
You're supporting the former president. You don't get much more establishment than that, my man.
They're the freedom warriors, yet he's going to attack me because I've been attacked by the government. Yes, that's right. I was put in prison for my government speech. I was censored all across the internet for my speech. So if there is a freedom fighter on this stage, it's me, not him. Then...
Wow, the golf clappiest golf clap I've ever fucking heard. Well done, mate. Bravo.
Then he says hurricane machines. Another misrepresentation that comes right out of the mouth of the mainstream media. Are you...
No, literally fucking MTG. No, Justice MTG. Marjorie Taylor Greene literally said that shit. She literally fucking said that shit.
You denying that there are weather modification programs?
Oh, right. Okay, okay, here we go. Sorry, for a second I thought he was going to do the MAGA, the gold-plated fucking MAGA meme of just saying fake news. That didn't happen, fuck you. But no, he's actually worse. He's actually fucking worse than that. He's literally just going to go, no, that's a misrepresentation because there are fucking weather machines. They can create hurricanes. That's definitely a thing that humans can do. Boy, howdy.
Okay. Of course there are. There are multiple patents for weather modification. I've even attended...
Yeah, but as with the list of things that she put out there, like literally Marjorie Taylor Greene put out a list of these patents, and I saw a thorough debunking of it. where literally none of them have the desired effect. Just because someone has a patent doesn't mean they've actually created the thing. It's just they've had the idea for the thing and they want to, like, you know, make sure that they have the copyright for it. But they haven't actually created tornado machines, you dopey bastard. Like, what a freak.
Government hearings. This is hilarious. After the show, I'll share all of this with you. I have attended government hearings.
Oh, here we go. I've got the government documents. They never fucking show the government documents because they don't have them. It's bollocks.
In the state of Texas, the Texas Weather Modification Program. That is a government program. Anybody can go to these meetings. I went and I recorded it live. You can pull it up on YouTube right now. I even know they even publish the chemicals they spray. Lithium, barium, aluminum, amongst others.
Firstly, it's aluminium, America. Sort yourselves the fuck out. And secondly, he's literally doing the chemtrails. Go in your back garden and start spraying vinegar in the sky. Go on, Owen. It'll protect you. Like, did you see fucking Russell Brand's new fucking thing? Hang on. Russell Brand's new amazing grift. Where are we? No, that's not the thing I'm trying to get to. Here we go. So.
Hello, I'm just back from Narnia, where I had a holiday, Mr. Tumnus, Aslan, all those guys. And as you know, airports are places full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of evil energies. Think of all the phones out there, all of the signals, corruptible and corrupting. Luckily, I wear this magical amulet from Airstech that keeps me safe from all of the various signals out there. And also means, look at this, look how strong I am. I think this is making me more powerful, as a matter of fact. Look at that. This stuff is absolutely packed with Airstech. I didn't even bring any socks or toothbrush or dog meat or anything like that.
So, yeah, he's got an amulet to protect you from Wi-Fi. Now, of course, often women need an amulet of their own to protect themselves from Russell Brand. That amulet, otherwise known as a rape whistle.
Others. Bill Gates goes out and talks about how we can blot out the sun to stop global warming. They've done mainstream news hits like on CBS with Professor Kariakou about weather machines. China has giant weather machines where they pump water vapor into the atmosphere to cause rain. This is public information. This isn't up for debate. And you notice how he hangs his head when I talk about this. So here we are again. Who's denying?
I think they're being flogged for like 150 quid or something. I don't fucking know. It's who cares? It's a grift. They probably cost 10p to make, you know.
Facts. So they misrepresent it. They call a hurricane machine to deflect off the fact that there are government weather modifications programs. Now, you want to talk about conspiracy theories? Did they make this hurricane worse? Did they not? I don't know. I don't claim to believe that. But again, there are lithium mines right over where hurricane...
Mate, you're not really, like, you're not defending the point here. You're not defending the point here, okay? Like, you can claim, oh, he's misrepresenting us, but if you then go on to make the claim and do the same conspiracy theory, you're proving him correct, aren't you? That the MAGA people are conspiracy lunatics who do believe this utter guff. You fucking absolute pube sniffer.
Helene hit the mainland. That is a fact. I'm not making anything up. That is a direct fact. So they can deny these things as much as they want, but that's just in response to what he just said. Let me explain why I like Donald Trump. I like Donald Trump because I don't like the government, and the government doesn't like Donald Trump. I like Donald...
He was the fucking head of one of the 3 branches of government. What do you mean? You don't like the government, and yet you're supporting the government.
Trump, because my entire life, politics has been nothing but corruption, lies, and scandal. And
unlike with Donald Trump, for reals.
As soon as I was growing up and I realized this, I said, we need a man who's got billions of dollars, who can self-fund his own campaign. We need a man who has name recognition, who can get on a ticket and beat all the political propaganda. That man was Donald Trump. And then he did it. He did it in 2016. He did it in 2020 when they stole it. And he's going to...
Yes. Smartmatic voting machines, bamboo paper, the ghost of Hugo Chavez. Oh, we're so fucking back. Let's go.
Gonna do it again in 2024. So yeah, when I see the entire corrupt...
Hang on, if they're going to do it again in 2024, why are you bothering to run? Why are you bothering to support a guy you have already just said they're going to steal the election from? I think you're full of shit, mate. Also, yes, he doesn't self-fund. He bilks his supporters to the tune of millions. Yeah.
Government coming after one man, when I see them trying to shoot him in the head and kill him, yeah, that's total confirmation that he is the right guy. Now, I'm not here to tell you he's perfect.
It's conservatives trying to kill him. The people who've tried to kill him are Republicans.
Perfect. I'm not here to tell you I agree with all of his policies. I just know he's a man who's not controlled like most of our politicians. He's going to put America first, unlike any of
He's
our...
literally already said he's putting Israel first. He's literally already come out and said that he will deal with Israel first. Israel is his number one priority. Not America, Israel.
Our politicians in my life, and he already has a track record of making this country better. The mainstream media is corrupt. They hate Donald Trump. The government establishment is corrupt. They hate Donald Trump. So when the enemies of America are going after him...
So it's literally just their entire political movement, quote unquote, is literally just destroy everything and burn it all down to own the libs. That's literally it. Just shit yourself in public and smear that shit all over your face to own the libs.
I think that's proof positive that he is the candidate we need. But if you don't want to go down those lines, we have a 4-year track record of Trump. We have a 4-year track record of Harris. And I think enough has been seen.
Yeah, we don't like the government so much, then just don't participate. No one's forced to get you. You don't have to vote for anybody. You don't have to run for any offices. Just, I don't know, fuck off to the corner and be sad and mad.
That's, again, leftist audio. Maybe he is on the left. He is the most leftist audio I've heard in a long time. So it's very possible. Whoa, why has my table decided to be weird and shit? There we go. I agree. I agree 100% Destiny with... I agree with that. No notes.
Why is he selling 50 million different products? Well, funnily enough, that's just to enrich him personally. Whoa, hello. I guess those are just for personal enrichment, because actually when you go on those websites and you look and you see for any of the things that he, here, this is feedbacking. For any of the products that he's selling, all of those explicitly are marked just for him personally. They say they have nothing to do with the any kind of election campaigns at all. If you don't believe me, just go to the sites. Google Trump watches, Trump sneakers, Trump suits, Trump NFTs, Trump crypto, whatever. All of them will say they're not associated with the campaign. So I guess he's just personally enriching himself off of his election run. That doesn't.
Yep, that's what he was doing 4 years ago and 8 years ago as well. As the great Christy Winters pointed out the other day, is he running an election campaign or like a QVC segment? Because that's, yeah, he's just doing like a shopping channel bit now, where he's just flogging any old shit.
Sound not corrupt to me, but okay. When we talk, there's so many delusional conservative talking points. So the no new wars. Well, I mean, technically, the United States hasn't declared war since World War II. What does no new wars mean? Was it no new wars when Trump bombed an airport in Syria? Was it no new wars when we assassinated Soleimani in an Iraqi airport? Was it no new rules when Trump peeled back some of the transparency on the drone strikes in Yemen that it took Biden to end? Was it no new wars when Iran was bombing Saudi Arabia? Was it no new wars when we abandoned our Kurdish allies to Turkish attacks when they invaded Syria? Is it what are the no new wars? It's like the weirdest game of semantics in the entire world. There was absolutely military conflict that was happening overseas under Trump, but to pretend otherwise is to be delusional, which I guess is to be MAGA. When we talk about January 6th, I see we still have this idea that the election was stolen. What happened? Where was the proof? Where was the Kraken? Why is it that people like Powell and Eastman and Giuliani and Trump promised us all this evidence, all these court cases? What happened? Most of these cases had
Jesus
evidentiary
Christ.
hearings. There was nothing. It would be an affidavit of a person seeing something going into a mail truck and saying, I think that these are stolen ballots, with no evidence, without even knowing what a ballot looks like. You can hear all of this. All of this footage is freely available on YouTube. You can listen to them present their case in front of state legislatures, in front of courtrooms. Giuliani doesn't know Giuliani doesn't even know how to present a criminal case anymore.
Rudy Giuliani was murdered by a light tap on the back, okay? So, like, R.I.P. Rudy. You were gone too soon. Honestly, the good die young.
Apparently, you can listen to Giuliani when they were presenting it in front of the Georgia court, when they were talking about the State Farm videos, and they were talking about the ballots pulled underneath the from underneath the table with the cloth over it. I think half the people in here probably still believe that those videos showed something. They don't. 4 hours later, Gabriel Sterling literally showed the 20-minute cut from those videos where you could see that the ballots were just put right underneath the tables and then taken right out as they were told to continue counting because there were so many ballots that came in. Every single one of these weird conspiracies about election fraud, all of them were debunked within hours of them coming out. People still believe them. People still spread them. Because remember, when the truth isn't good enough for...
Well, at least they didn't have the hanging chads situation, if you remember that from 2000 with George Bush. The little holes that were punched in the cards in Florida, some of them were hanging, and so was that technically a vote because it didn't punch the hole all the way through and all this. And the only hole that mattered really in terms of January the 6th was the hole in a certain person's neck. R.I.P. Do you remember? Because she got shot in the neck. The MAGA bitch got shot in the neck. It was very funny.
For a person to make money on, they have to sell you a lie, which is what Trump's campaign is all about. It's about lie after lie after lie. Nobody up here is talking about whether or not cloud seeding is real. Nobody here is talking about whether or not you might be able to influence the amount of precipitation a place receives. People are talking about the conspiracy that you are alluding to, even though you're trying to be tricky and pretend you're not, that the government was creating hurricanes to steal lithium from itself. I don't even know what the conspiracy is here. Like, if the government is so powerful that they can create hurricanes that I guess got degraded
Ashley Babbitt was a pain in the neck. Lol.
into a Cat 3. I don't know, maybe they didn't have funding for the hurricane machine, I guess. I guess so if they're sending hurricanes, why wouldn't they just buy the company or steal it that way? If Hillary Clinton is strong enough to kill Seth Rich and Podesta and them are doing satanic sex rituals, wouldn't they just like take a 20% cut of the company that was mining the lithium? Like, these conspiracy theories aren't even good anymore. At least like Jews doing 9/11 made sense because, oh, Israel's trying to get us to attack the Middle East.
Okay, this took a turn it didn't need to. You do not, under any circumstances, gotta hand it to the Jews did 9/11 conspiracy. Okay, you don't gotta hand it to it. No, you didn't need to do this, Destiny. You were making a good point, and you've now veered off into mental territory. It didn't need to be this way. It didn't need to go.
Okay, at least like stealing the oil made sense because, oh, you know, we have to go and we have to steal the oil because it helps our country. But now the conspiracy theorists don't even believe that oil is what it is. They don't even believe in dinosaurs. They think that oil is like a self-replenishing resource that comes from the fucking ground. He probably believes this. It's just...
Oil is actually dinosaurs?
Oh, no.
He doesn't believe...
Oh, no. I don't know if you picked up on that because the microphones are fucking dreadful. But he literally said, you think that oil comes from actual dinosaur bones?
So he doesn't believe in dinosaurs. So presumably he's some sort of young Earth creationist as well.
I told you all of this in the past. Once you've accepted one set of bullshit, once you've accepted fascism in some form, you'll accept any old shit. Because you think you've seen past the veil of lies. And so everything is up for grabs. Not in some, like, there has to be evidence of it. No, just make up any old shit. Technically, they're the plants that grew before the dinosaurs. Well, yeah, technically, yes. Technically, it's mostly plant-based, but yeah. He's not saying that, like he's not actually questioning the sort of history of that or whatever, the chemical composition. He just doesn't think dinosaurs are real. Because he's a psychopath. Yeah.
if you have conservative family members, you ask them, do you believe in dinosaurs? They don't believe in dinosaurs anymore. It's not a real thing. And oil is a self-replenishing material that comes from the ground. Yeah, Donald Trump tried to steal the election on January 6th. He created fake slates of electors. Every time you guys go to vote for president, you vote for the electors, and then they fill out their vote, and then the governors on December 14th, they say, okay, cool, we see the vote, we're sending it to Congress. Donald Trump had like 79 different electors attest to being the actual electors. In Michigan, these guys talk about, let's hide in the basement of the Capitol, and then we'll come upstairs and we'll fill out our certificate on December 14th to make it more legitimate. He had these. These are made. You can go online. You can Google them. You can look at them. They are fake slates of electors with people that perjured themselves. There's a reason why.
Yeah, they literally did, and I forget which state it was because there were 50 of them, of course, where they literally broke in the back door to try and like get into the Capitol building to be presented as the real electors. A lot of those people went to jail. Good.
Giuliani is now disbarred. Sidney Powell is now disbarred. Eastman is facing disbarment. Donald Trump has 34 felony convictions. He's facing 3 other cases, and his only defense is I need to have criminal immunity for all of my behavior. There's a reason why these people that say Biden has weaponized the DOJ sit by quietly while his son is literally convicted of crimes. Meanwhile, Donald Trump pardons every single crook that worked with him, every single person that refused to answer to subpoenas for the very investigation involving his election corruption, who came out and said to the media, Roger Stone said, I'm not going to squeal on Trump. And then he doesn't. He gets held in contempt, and then Donald Trump pardons him. This is insane. To say that this is the party of law and order, I don't remember when the Republican Party became so deranged and unhinged, where they cheered on people attacking police officers, where they cheered on a president who pardons military contractors who were accused of killing civilians in Iraq. It's just Trump's entire campaign and legacy is absolutely insane. And I don't know why we would think, I guess like the central question I would have is if you are a conservative.
It's Owen Shroyer, not Elijah Schaffer. They're very similar creatures. They're basically interchangeable, but yeah, it's technically a different person.
I can understand not wanting to vote for Harris or Biden. Fuck, Harris is a little bit too left for me when it comes to economic policy. I don't deny
You fucking knob. She's too left on economic policies for me. What a wild thing to say. And he's the left-wing representative here? Oh, we're so cooked. Humanity's over. Honestly, it's done. Pack it up, boys. We had a good run. Good 100,000 years there. The Homo sapiens. But now it's over. It's over. It's gone.
and I can understand if you're a conservative why you would be uncomfortable voting for her, but why would you think Trump is your guy? He had 4 years to do it, and he failed. The end of his campaign, the end of his 4 years was marked with what? BLM riots and COVID lockdowns and an inability, problems facing the country, and I just don't know.
Yeah, he should have unleashed the what was it? The rednecks with shotguns to go around and kill protesters. Was it the thing you said? There's Tiny. You freak.
I don't know why we would expect to see anything else.
We'll kick it over to Owen for his 5-minute rebuttal as well. Thanks, Owen. The floor is all yours.
Hello, Sister Rose. Everyone go and follow Sister Rose.
All right. Wow. So that's funny. The last thing you referenced, BLM, left-wing terrorism, and...
Get wrecked. This is a man who's actually convicted of terrorism. Oh, no, well, technically it wasn't terror. It was like public disturbance or whatever. But, you know, he did terrorism on January 6th.
And then you mentioned all of the lockdowns and the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates. Again, all Democrat Party policy. So now you're arguing...
No, but Trump did that. What do you mean it was Democratic Party? Trump did those things.
From my side. And you mentioned law and order. If you look at every Democrat-run city in this country, you will find chaos, destruction, degradation, poverty, and crime.
He means black people. That's what he
means. Just a fact. So, okay, law and order, again, how can you be a Democrat and talk about law and order when everybody knows that the blue cities are the most dangerous places to live? You've already said...
It's actually not true, by the way. There's a good mixture between blue and red cities. Cities are generally more dangerous than the countryside, mainly because people live there and stuff. But yeah, there's a number of factors at play. It's not political alignment.
Sacrifice the point on weather modification, so I appreciate that. You know, the problem is,
I really don't think he did.
All of your viewpoints come from the mainstream media, and so I don't know when you've all of a sudden just blindly trusted government or blindly trusted the mainstream media, but it seems like that's where you're at in your life, based off of the things that you're muttering and stuttering up here at 500 words per minute. So I think that that's your problem. Now, Trump is the only person who got into government, specifically the White House, and lost money. He's the only one. Every other president, including Barack Obama, has come out with hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay.
Trump didn't lose money because he was focusing on the presidency. It's because he's a shit businessman.
Okay, so that's another fact. Of course, you would want us to sit out politics, because when we get involved, that's when you guys lose. But to say that I can just sit out and avoid the government and avoid politics, well, what exactly are you proposing? Yeah, I guess I could go be a homeless person in a blue city and live on a river, but I don't want to do that. I want to be part of civilization. I want to be part of the United States of America, and I have to pay taxes if I want to work and build something.
You can be a part of civilization, or you can be a part of the United States of America. Those are two absolutely diametrically opposed things. Got him.
I don't want my taxes going to foreign countries. I don't want my taxes going to foreign wars.
Okay, so what about Trump saying he's going to send loads and loads of money to Israel? Because that is a foreign country. That's not America, right? You got anything to say about that, Owen? No? Okay.
I don't want my taxes going to illegal immigrants, non-citizens, and the list goes on and on. So, no, I'm not going to sit out. I'm going to restore and reform the republic. That's what we're trying to do here. And this issue, you bring up wars. There was no war in Israel when Trump was president. There was no...
What the fuck are you talking about? There was no... I must have just been imagining things. Clearly.
No war in Ukraine when Trump was president. Both of...
There literally was. What are you talking about? You know Russian separatists have been fighting that war in Ukraine for like 20 years. They literally fucking invaded and have been occupying ever since Crimea. So that predated Trump, but that ran through the entirety of Trump's presidency. He did nothing about it. Even though apparently he can get this solved in one day. Complete bollocks.
These wars have accumulated for more than $200 billion. $200 billion. I imagine at some point in tonight's conversation, he's probably going to bring up free health care or some other social service. Maybe not, but let's just say that he does. Because that's
I don't think you know Destiny's economics very well, do you, friend?
What the left loves. When they bring that up, I would love one time for them to talk about all the foreign aid that we have allocated every single year. Billions of dollars, now hundreds of billions of dollars under the Biden-Harris administration. Don't talk to me about free stuff, health.
How much did Trump give to Israel? Billions. And billions. You didn't hear a peep out of you about it. That's fine, apparently.
Care, education, don't ever bring that to me until you cut the foreign spending. You're never going to convince me to give any of that money until we cut the foreign spending. Then you want to bring these hundreds of billions of dollars back in? Okay, maybe.
I did respond to you. I said hello. Everyone go and follow go and follow No Just a Censorship. But go and follow Sister Rose. That's basically what I said.
But all this stuff you brought up about wars in the Middle East, again, Bush, Cheney, McCain, who all endorsed Harris now. They're all on the Harris side. So that one doesn't really hold water.
That's no, dickhead. They're both ghouls. Yeah, I mean, I agree that Harris is a pro-war ghoul. But that doesn't mean that Trump isn't a pro-war ghoul, because he is. They're both just pathetic imperialist cuntbags. Yeah.
Clearly, you did not pay attention to the 2020 election and the aftermath because you don't know what you're talking about. There were multiple sworn affidavits. There were dozens of them. There were cases where they presented all the evidence. And in fact...
why didn't they win those cases then? Oh, because of the corruption. Yeah, okay, babe.
There were multiple cases that resulted in charges, including in Fulton County, Georgia, Atlanta, where they were double and triple counting ballot.
He means black people again.
Because that's a blue area, so they count them as many times as possible to run up the lead for the Democrats. And anybody who looks at the graph from the 2020 election results will see in the 4 key states, one pattern happened every time. In Georgia...
Oh, God. This is not going to make any sense to people who just came in. But if you scroll back to the start, that is an incredible meme. that Rip Shaft, you've outdone yourself, friend. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Again, if you weren't here for the start of the show, you missed some fucking hella based memes. And some shit memes. You missed a man in a bin lose a fight against no one. Fuck yes.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, Donald Trump was winning the entire day. The entire day. And then
they counted the actual votes, and it turns out he had fewer votes.
Right at 3:30 in the morning, in each one of those states, the perfect amount of votes came in for Biden, and the graph shot literally straight up.
No, it's because it's not a fucking direct ticker where they literally count it off and it goes up normal. Look, they put a batch of those results into the thing, so it shut up. It's just a statistical blip. That's all that is. It's not actually that difficult to understand unless you're an idiot.
Literally, you are not being honest with yourself if you don't look at that and say that's some sort of an anomaly right there. When Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa both hit 62 home runs in the same season, the anomaly was steroids. There were vote steroids for Biden that year, and
I was not expecting a Sammy Sosa reference tonight. That is remarkable. One for the kids there.
Anybody who's not observing that and being honest about it is just either not looking or, again, not being honest about it. So I think we're probably ready for questions now. I've just responded to all his comments.
Ran out of steam a bit there, friend. Oh, Sammy Sosa was a baseball player in the 1990s. And yeah, they were all steroided up to fuck in the 90s, yeah. But that's not really the point of anything. Like, it's just not a culturally relevant thing. It's not like... I don't know. Like, I suppose if we were doing Starmer Bingo, but for this weird fucking fascist, it would be an awkward pop culture reference or something, you know.
Fourth question. Respond, and then
this is not a debate in any sense, because it's modern day debates, which it doesn't do debates. It does like slop. That's why I literally typed it like Slopfest or whatever, because it's literally just that. They just produce like brain cancerous porridge.
The first question for Steve. Given Trump's 2016 idea was labeled by...
Amazing. Honestly, James. Super duper pooper scooper. Love it. I'm just going to let it play out. I don't give a fuck how long it's silent. I'm not going to skip ahead. I'm not going to do anything. We are just going to listen to the silence.
Was that audible to everybody?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Sure. So I think the question was in 2016.
Yeah, just carry on.
I think Democrats said that it was a waste of money, it wasn't a good idea, and then now that Kamala's proposing a wall, why is it now a good idea? Was the gist of the, yeah. The idea that immigration policy could be boiled down to having a wall or not is childish. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into making good immigration policy. But the reality is most people, especially conservatives, don't think that illegal immigration is a big problem in the United States right now. It's very, very, very easy to prove this, because if you look at what happened on the border, you saw that there was a bill in Congress to address those issues at the border. Everybody was on board with voting for this until Donald Trump came in and said, no, I need you to keep the border open because I need to run on this as an election issue. You can listen to McConnell talk about it. You can listen to Cruz talk about this. All of this is open testimony. It's not even testimony. People just say it to the media. Donald Trump said, I can't have you pass this border bill because it's going to make it so that I don't have something to run on. That doesn't sound like a very big problem to me. That sounds like politicking. Much the same, when Donald Trump was in office, Donald Trump didn't do any of the things that he said he would do at the border. He didn't get any legislation passed. He didn't make any substantive changes legislatively or through the legislature by working with them to actually effect any good border.
You know what? I can't be bothered with this. I honestly cannot be bothered with this. It's annoying and rubbish and shit. So instead, do you want to watch another bit from a modern day debates? The bit where the Vosh people to take the piss out of a climate change denier? Yeah? I suppose I should give you the context, shouldn't I? Right. So, oh God. It's a thing called Alden's number, which was a thing that basically Vosh made up to trip up an idiot who was obviously lying. Or is it Alden's number? There we go. Original clip. Right.
I mean, if you like, but that sounds incredibly stupid to me. So,
right,
for example,
actually,
I can disprove that super easily. So, the Flynn effect has led to an increase in more than 15 IQ points over the past 40 years of the average American.
Oh my God!
However, there is a significant overlap in the general living standards of Americans now and back then. Whoa, wait, why are you interrupting? Wait, why are you interrupting me, my dude? Whoa, hold on,
I am interrupting you because you're making a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry.
Wait, is this going to be the whole discussion?
And I want to interrupt you. Yes, this is going to be a useful discussion.
Well, are you aware?
Bullshit. I am familiar with the Flynn effect.
Wait, are you familiar with Alden's number?
I believe so. I'm not exactly sure on Alden's number. I do know about.
I literally just made that up. You're completely full of shit. There's no such thing as Alden's number.
Oh, Alden's number. Okay, so you made it up. All right, so I guess my argument's 100% invalid. You win, Bosh. Anyways, the Flynn effect.
So yeah, that's what the meme is, right? So he then has this debate with a climate change denier fucking weirdo Nazi guy. Although he didn't necessarily come across as a Nazi in the debate, but he is a Nazi.
You need additional energy. It defies the second.
For your Alden's gas, now into climate skeptic, do you believe that the scientific consensus on Alden's gas is a lie as well?
On what?
Alden's gas.
I don't know that.
Next, Bricks. Thanks for your questions. And Oliver, do you believe in QAnon?
I'm covering it. I'm covering all possibilities that it's a psyop and that it's a LARP and or that he's real. And I'm changing my mind as new factors come in. Right now, I'm much more skeptical because there were no mass arrests. So I'm covering it, but I'm not a believer.
Thank you very much. D. Trich, thanks for your questions. And Oliver, can you explain the children who were rescued from underground prisons by QAnon, or who did the rescuing?
I don't think they were rescued.
Gotcha. Next up, Jonathan Y. Wu says Oliver's claim that the forest fires are the result of bad forest management under California's, quote, socialist, unquote, state government is dumb. Does he know that 90% of California's forests are federally owned?
True.
Oh, then it's bad forest management by the federal government.
Trump.
I wouldn't debate that. If that's true, government. I'm a libertarian. I want the government out of the way of everything. So, if it's true, then you should blame Trump. I have to look it up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. We want to force Trump to rake our forests.
That there are laws in California which prohibit that. But if that's true, then he would be to blame.
He's literally wearing a fucking trilby as well. Like, do you want to look any more like a rapist, mate?
Next up, Kazan Kamikaze, thanks for your question, said the majority of forested land in California is owned by the federal government, not the socialist state government. The poor forest management would lie on the feds, not the state. Oh, it was like almost
That's the same question.
Yeah. Balthazar 228, thanks for your question, said, is Oliver familiar with Alden's number in the context of CO2 and climate change? No. Gotcha. Arthur Santoro, thank you for your question, says, Oliver, what are your thoughts on Alden's number? Okay, go on. Says,
Listen, it's my paper. I haven't published it yet. Okay, it's in the works.
So many Alden's numbers. Gawal says, does Oliver agree with Alden's theory of thermodynamics? And Al Jess says, is Oliver familiar with Alden's number? No more Alden's number. Nico Samarino says, Oliver, have you heard of Alden's climate theory?
Bosch literally lost the fucking.
I don't get it. It's like, it's gotta be that Bosch told. I'm sorry, but it's a little hard to believe that's a coincidence. Greg. Greg Merritt said, Bosch, where is the missing carbon going?
What?
Greg Murat said, Bosch, where's the missing carbon going?
The missing carbon?
What?
I don't know which carbon is missing. Do we mean the CO2 in the atmosphere, or you mean it being dispersed out of the atmosphere to space? I'm not entirely sure what they mean. Earth is mostly a closed system. Sorry. Earth is mostly a closed system. I mean, energy escapes Earth a lot easier than mass does, but even gases.
Hang on, what's this? Thank you for bits, Sister Rose. I'm just a girl standing before you, giving you 100 bits to watch my cursed Elon YouTube poop. Yeah, cool, man. Link it up, and I'll watch it. I'm definitely down there for that. But you don't have to be a girl standing before me giving me bits. You didn't just link it. But thank you for the bits. I do appreciate that. Okay, so it's called YouTube Poop Eel. Okay.
This is video of a completely burnt-out Tesla at the corner of St. and St. Ard. Early Sunday morning, the New Orleans Fire Department responded to...
It's not funny that the car burned down. It's a good edit.
The scene.
There's 20 more where that came from.
And we're going to have cities, and we're going to have great cities. We're going to have a which is right now...
Missing sound effect! Ow!
Go down, depends, ridden. You leave from Washington Commonwealth halls. Can you imagine foreign leaders coming over? Astronauts, we're going to have graffiti on our marble coffin, and you're going to end up getting murdered. You end up getting hurt. You get mugged. We're honored to be joined tonight by one of the straight people who is going to help us build this incredible, most beautiful ass in the world. And he is a truly incredible embarrassment to us. And I don't say that often. He created the first major medians rocket, first American car company in generations. He's done such an unbelievable job for North Florida, for Georgia, for Tennessee, for Alabama. His name is Eel.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that flute noise thing in ages. Oh, that's amazing.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark man.
Fucking dark MAGA. What a joke.
Should have known what happens in the dark.
Well, first of all, I want to say, you know, that they want to. It's we're and if everyone on the live stream. I'm just being repetitive about this point because it yes.
Very normal. Very normal. Couldn't be more normal.
I still can't believe that's real. The other side wants to take away Pennsylvania. They want to take away our arms. They want to take away your right to live stream. Wow. Wow. Nothing's more important. Nothing's more important. That's why it's the First Amendment. So I have one ask.
And it's so interesting because Elon Musk, it was literally outed this week, got rid of a journalist for producing, you know, embarrassing documents on J.D. Vance. Specifically got rid of him from Twitter at the behest of the Trump campaign. So he's literally doing the thing he was accusing of Twitter of doing in the past, and yet wants to claim to be pro-free speech. The guy's a fucking clown. A very, very dangerous clown.
For everyone, so how are you supposed to have a good, proper election if there's no fire? It's just meaningless.
However much you hate him, Monkey Nuts, I hate him more. Fight me.
Dark man. This election could be decided by 5 votes. That's my prediction. And honestly, I want to just be a pest.
Could be.
Just
could be.
Be a pest to everyone, people on the street, everywhere. You know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under drag race.
True.
And we
it literally is true. I think, honestly, for any position of authority, you should have to go and go through the ringer on RuPaul's Drag Race. True. Look, if you can stay with the queens, you might just be made of the right stuff. Okay.
We had one tiny president who couldn't fight the stairs, and a President Trump who was shot people on the street. Ow! Fight! 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 Blood coming.
Yeah, Ken Klippenstein is the journalist. Yeah.
Coming down the face everywhere. Who do you want representing America? The whole system. Yeah. Well, it does. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it does.
What he says is free here. What a great guy. And he'd rather be making rocket because he'd really rather do it. And he'd rather be really incredible guy. And I don't say that often.
I don't know this Japanese cartoon nonsense. I don't know what this reference is. This is beyond me.
It's because he'd really rather watch these.
Your mom? Yes. Absolutely fucking legendary ending. Love it. Everyone go and drop a little subscription. It's free over at Sister Rose's channel. Kev, is Donald Trump Mr. Blobby? In spirit, no, because Mr. Blobby seemed to be full of joy. Albeit joy that he couldn't express verbally, really, because his linguistic skills were limited. Very, very limited.
Can escape our atmosphere and just kind of fly off into space given the right conditions.
Is it more Alvin?
I still need to get in touch with Igloo BC and ask what the fuck what the emote thing's about. Look, I've got no problem with it. Like I use James from the internet as an emote, so look, I'm not I've not got a problem with it, but like I need to know, is that like a good thing or a bad thing? I don't like being the face of despair. I like being the voice of despair, but that's a different matter entirely. We need the Blobby song, Kev, when the stream starts. No, you don't, and you will not be getting it, so yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, the next one comes from Appreciate Your Question. This one is from let's see, wait, Wait, we might be caught up. Let's see. It's hard to...
I give you executive permission to ignore any further donation that has Alden anywhere in it. Okay, that's fine. It's on me. I'll reimburse them for their donations.
Ben Riley says, wouldn't moving to renewal... Wouldn't moving to renewable and alternative...
Explain to me the joke after that.
It just like had a hurt, man. Okay.
Wow, a German without a sense of humour. Who saw that come in?
Wouldn't moving to renewable and alternative energy reduce our dependency on foreign oil and prevent regime change, making a more libertarian and less interventionist world? Why wouldn't you want this?
That's a very good question. I didn't explain that. So it's very easy to understand, actually not for Wash, but for the rest of the viewers. If something is more expensive, you're using more resources. So if you use windmills,
that's not true.
Which, need a lot of land, and if you're using solar energy, you're wasting more resources. That's why they are more expensive. So it's a very dumb thing to do that. And you even need more fossil fuels to produce them, because you cannot produce a solar, you cannot fire up a solar energy factory with solar energy. That's impossible. So they don't do it. And in terms of independence, the US are already independent because of fracking, but that's what the left wants to forbid. They are on a very good path to energy independence, and the US is driving down the CO2 levels more than any other
that is a
country,
solid joke,
and
yeah.
they are not part of the club.
Yeah, Marcus Drake said a German asked why Germany doesn't have America's stand-up culture, and he responded, "Have you considered you killed all the funny people?" Little bit. Yeah.
Climate accord. There you see how crazy these central planners are.
Gotcha. And Adam Albilia, thanks for your question, said, please ask Oliver, why does he not only deny the consensus about climate change, but also deny the consensus about the existence of the total consensus about climate change?
Fair point.
I think it was meant to. It's more cheeky, but I think it was more of. It was a cheeky question. They're just trying to be silly. But Cillian Holland says, "Damn it, James." And then let's see, Izzy P. Thanks for your question. Said
James Holmes. Oh no, the Blobby song was the first song you owned. Oh no, the first cassette I owned. I think it reached #1. If so, I'm partially to blame for that. Well, you know what, James, that some things cannot be forgiven. Okay, I'm all for like restorative justice, you know, I'm a big leftoid, but there are some crimes that you just can't come back from. Some things that are just so fucking heinous, so like irredeemably evil that you just can't be forgiven. Okay, Gulag, immediately, forever. Simples. Look, I don't make the rules, except that I do make the rules, and I just made that rule. Go to the Gulag.
Oliver, do you or have you ever smoked crack? All right. So no worries about that.
We're all libertarians here. There's nothing wrong with that if that's true.
You've all been there. All right. What's the next? We've got one or two more that have just come in. Thanks for your patience. I want to remind you folks, both of our guests are linked in the description, so that way if you'd like to hear more, you definitely can. Next we have Tollison Oberlander, who says, let's see, yes, more about Alden.
You can ignore. Fuck them.
Says, Papa Yang Bang says, does Oliver know of the gas called copium?
No, but I know the gas called argon.
I forgot about that bit. Oh. The gas copium. Oh, lovely old school memes. Oh. There's a Quora entry for Alden's number, no way. Alden's number, often referred to in the context of mathematics and computer science, is a specific
value related to the property of certain types of graphs or networks. However, the term Alden's number is not widely recognized in standard mathematical literature. What the fuck? Just, what the fuck? Some people have too much fucking time on their hands. Some people have too much. They've written like a fucking thesis on a fake science thing. Fucking hell. Amazing.
This is not a climate gas, and if you do all the experiments with supposedly a CO2 warming anything, you put in argon and it does exactly the same, and they say it's not.
I don't give a fuck about this weird Nazi creep. So you know what? Boom. Hang on, no, that's not the right one. That's the one I'm after. Boom shakalaka. Moodeng. Cake. Hang on a minute. Hang on, I've bollocks this right up. Right. How have I managed to completely fuck this up? Right. That can go away. That one can go away. And so can that fucking piece of shit. Eat my fucking balls. Right. There you go. Why would I do this? I had to see it, so everyone else has to fucking see it. Okay? And I'll be honest with you, I would eat that cake. I would. I just would. I like moodeng, but I would eat that cake. It looks nice. It looks moist. Like moodeng. I freaked out. Well, you thought it was good. You thought I put a video of an actual baby hippo being stabbed to death. Well, thank you. Thank you for your very low opinion of me. I'm only playing. I'm only playing. It does, yeah, it does sort of move independently, yeah. When no more fucking energy is being released into it, it's honestly they've created a perpetual motion device of cake. I didn't even fucking realise that before. Anyway, on that bombshell, I'm gonna fuck off for the evening. I'll be back probably tomorrow, probably covering some Prime Minister's questions. Yeah, so that's a thing. Hello there, Andy Carter. Thank you for becoming a member. Much love. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Actually, well, yeah, no, it's quite late. I probably will go to sleep. But before I do that, let's find a place to send everybody. Kamala Harris is literally going now.
Oh, look, if you got any questions, iwillvote.com/PA. iwillvote.com/PA. Got it. Look, you're going to vote. This is a divided country.
Literally Kamala Harris.
The other side. They think they got this one. We don't believe we have this one. We're going to win. We're going to win. But the work's not done.
If someone wants to gift Kamala Harris a sub to my channel, that would be fucking awesome.
You win the Super Bowl months before the work that you do. So everybody, get out, knock the doors, make the phone calls. One or two votes.
Do you reckon if I raid into them, he'll give me a shout out?
Could swing this election for the entire country.
What do you reckon?
Now, the rest of the world is watching. Please, America, show some sanity and elect Kamala Harris because they need us.
They do.
And I know we ask a lot of you, if you got $1 or $2, it's KamalaHarris.com to give $1 or $2 to the campaign.
No, sure, people need to give me money. Stop fucking, stop giving, stealing my money, fucking wolves, you prick. Who shall I send everyone over to? Who's going? Oh, it's mostly rubbish. Actually, Lumiru's going. I'll send you over to Lumiru. I tried. I can't gift a sub to them. Oh, they've probably got protections on or some shit because it's fucking Kamabla. I'm not fucking raiding into a genocidal freak. You can fuck right off. What's brat chat? Oh, that's actually like a global emote. Okay. I thought she had a brat emote. Sorry, I should probably fucking show you what I'm looking at. Sorry, I was looking at the chat and I was like, does Kamala Harris have fucking emotes? But it's just a global emote. Everyone has that. Apparently you can do that on my fucking channel. I don't know. Anyway, Mouden cake. Fuck yeah. I'm going to send you all over to Lumiru because fuck it. Why not? It's a cake. It's a cake. It's a cake. Cake. I'm fucking mesmerised by the cake now. Anyway. Yes. Where are we? Starmer met Taylor Swift at concert after getting free tickets. Oh, really? Oh, I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, it's emote only in the chat. Oh, okay. There you go. Who did I say I was going to? Lumiru. Go and say hello to Lumi. They are fucking awesome. I don't know what they're up to. Talking and things. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay beautiful. No pass around.